Hello, so now we are on the expenditure cycle, purchasing to cash disbursements. So this cycle is one of the most important aspect of an accounting information system, mainly because it affects the whole operations of an organization. So kasi syempre alam natin, di ba, the expenses can define kung may income or may loss ang isang organization. So, it's very important na ang nire-record nating expenditure, ang lalabas na expenses, na purchases and cash disbursements sa ating system ay reliable and complete. So, there are four main steps in the expenditure cycle or main activities. First is to order materials, supplies, and services. Second is to receive them. After receiving, the approval of the invoice, and last is cash disbursement. So we can use the mnemonics O, RAC. O for order, R for receive, A for approve, and C for cash disbursement. So first activity in the expenditure cycle is the ordering of materials, supplies, and services. So in this activity, there are two major steps. First is identify what, when, and how much to purchase. So dapat alam muna natin kung ano yung bibilhin natin with complete specifications. So di ba nakikita natin sa mga resibo nakalagay dyan lagi, quantity, yung unit, kung halimbawa ilang pieces, ilang boxes, tapos yung mga particular specifications, halimbawa sizes, length, color. So dapat alam na natin yung characteristics ng mga bibili natin. After that, saka na tayo pipili ng supplier. Kasi syempre, major consideration, may bibigay ba ng supplier na to yung kailangan nating products or items. So for the step 1, sa pag-identify natin ng mga kailangan, ang document na kailangan nating i-prepare ay purchase requisition. So ito yung document na nagsisignify na kailangan po namin ang item na to. So for example, ang accounting department, kailangan na daw nila ng long bond paper. So, ang gagawin nila, mag-fill up sila ng purchase requisition and papadala nila sa purchasing department. So, si purchasing department, sila na yung mag-identify, pipili ng supplier. And kapag nakapili na ang purchasing ng supplier, saka nagagawa ng purchase order na ito na yung papadala natin sa supplier. So here are the threats and possible controls when it comes to ordering materials, goods, and services. So una, stockouts and excess inventory. So this is one of the major problems na maganda sana kung nasosolve ng accounting information system. So ang accounting information system is very helpful para ma-identify yung ideal level ng inventory. So, dyan napapasok yung mga economic order quantity, yung mga lead time na pwede natin ipasok sa ating accounting system. So, pwedeng control daw perpetual inventory system kasi di ba sa perpetual inventory system, sa bawat labas at pasok ng inventory, updated ang inyong recording. So, malalaman na agad kung sobra-sobra na ba yung bibilhin or kulang pa. And next, barcoding. So, di ba, pag nag-grocery tayo, kapag ni-scan nila yung mga items na binibili, automatic na yon na nababawa sa system. So, through that, mas mabilis may mamamonitor ang inventory levels. Tapos, meron ding RFID. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng RFID? Ang meaning niya is Radio Frequency Identification. So, it works in a similar way with barcoding. Parang automatic nang nagre-reflect sa system yung mga transactions affecting inventory. Second threat, purchasing items not needed. So, syempre, ang control dito is review and approval of purchase requisition. Kaya hindi naman pwede-pwede pag request ka lang ng kung anong supply. So, syempre, may nag-a-approve lagi. And nag-counter check ng levels ng needed inventory or supplies. Next, purchasing items at inflated prices. So, halimbawa, normal price ng printer, nasa specific model, 10 to 15,000. Tapos, ang binili, 20,000. So, ang posibleng control ay price list. So, pwede nating ilagay sa system na ang maximum price lang na allowed for this item is 20,000. Tapos, kapag lumampas na, magti-trigger na siya ng warning na parang inflated na yung prices. Pwede natin yung ilagay sa ating accounting system. Another is competitive bid. So, pwede tayong magkaroon ng closed bidding na parang nakasarado yung envelope ng mga bidders and walang nakakakita kung magkano talaga yung prices na ina-offer nila. And purchasing goods of poor quality. So, ito, gamit tayo ng subok ng supplier. So, syempre, for the first time, minsan may mga na-experience tayong hindi pala okay, edi huwag na tayong bumili doon ulit. Or, syempre, if expensive item, i-check muna natin thoroughly yung mga items bago natin i-approve. Or, when it comes to accounting system naman, kapag meron ng bad record ang isang supplier, pwede natin ilagay sa system na i-disallow yung payments or transactions for a specific supplier. Unreliable supplier. So, same din yung magiging role ng accounting system. I-block yung transactions with them. Ayan. Monitor natin yung supplier performance and yan, mga quality certification. Unauthorized suppliers. Yan. So, similar yung role ng accounting information when it comes to suppliers. So, pwede tayo maglagay ng control sa system na okay, itag itong supplier na to na parang hindi siya allowed. Di allowed yung company na makipag-transact with this supplier. Okay, so the next activity sa ORAC, so tapos na tayo sa ordering, next is receiving. So, darating na yung goods, tatanggapin na natin. So, when receiving goods, syempre, usually sanay tayo dun sa mga online shopping, tatanggapin lang natin pagbigay ng delivery boy. Tapos, i-unwrap natin, i-unbox kapag nakalabas na yung delivery boy. Tapos kapag okay yung item, saka natin i-receive sa system. And kapag hindi okay, i-report natin. Pero in bigger transactions and business organizations, kapag nag-receive po tayo ng materials, ay sabay po na nandun yung nagdi-deliver at yung nag-receive, isa-isa po nilang i-check yung item. So, usually, yung mga nagdi-deliver, dadala sila ng delivery receipt. Yun naman yung patunay nila na nan-deliver na nila yung items. Doon naman sa bumibili, meron dapat na biniprepare na receiving report. But usually, yung delivery receipt ng supplier, yun na rin yung nag-a-act as receiving report. Parang nagka-countersign na lang doon na na-receive na yung items. Kasi at least duplicate copy naman yun eh. Yung isa copy ng supplier, isa copy ng bumili. So, ayan. So, dapat isa-isahin yung mga items na bili-bili. So, here are the threats and controls naman when it comes to receiving. First, ayan, accepting unordered items. Kaya nga, sa business practice, dapat iniisa-isa talaga yung pag-check ng mga items na binibili. And of course, kailangan din nating i-counter check kapag nagre-receive tayo, dapat meron tayong copy ng purchase order. And ang accounting system, ang role niya is pwede niyang i-match ng system kung same ba yung item sa purchase order and sa delivery receipt or sa receiving report. Mistakes in counting, so pwede nating i-automated by using barcodes or RFID. Verifying receipt of services. So, ito naman yung halimbawa, nagpa-repair ka, ganon. So, audits and budget controls. Kasi halimbawa, kapag masyado ng malaki yung gasto sa mga repairs, so ayan, makikita na rin ng accounting system. Inventory theft, ayan, restriction ng physical access, document all inventory transfers. So, napaka-importante ito. Lahat, hindi lang pera ang dapat very documented yung paglabas-pasok, kundi pati ang inventory. Although, lahat naman talaga dapat recorded, mas matindi dapat yung monitoring ng paggalaw ng inventory and ng cash. And, syempre, segregation of duties. Yung nagre-receive, hindi siya dapat yung nasa safekeeping ng ating inventory. Okay, so tapos na natin yung O for ordering and R for receiving. Nandito na tayo sa A and C ng ORAC, which is A, approved supplier invoice and cash disbursements. So once na-receive na natin yung items, syempre, next nating gagawin is magbabayad. So, pag magbabayad na tayo, dapat, ayan, sabi kong role ng accounting system, dapat automatic niyang madidetect kung may discrepancy between the purchase order and the receiving report. So, kung okay naman, pwede na, approved na yung supplier invoice. So, another term for supplier invoice is billing statement. So, kapag na-approve na yung payment, ang gagawin na ay disbursement of voucher. And pag may voucher niya na, ayan, pwede nang bayaran yung vendor. Either by issuing checks, bank transfers, ang cash po ay highly discouraged na siya. Lalo na kung malaking amount. So, syempre kung petty disbursements lang naman, halimbawa bumili ka ng isang ballpen, pwede naman sa petty cash. So, threats sa approval ng invoice. Ayan. Halimbawa, mali yung details or kulang or may sobra sa supplier invoice. Ayan, verify invoice accuracy. So, i-check pa din natin, kahit na-check na natin yung purchase order at receiving report, yung laman ng dalawa, i-check pa din natin kung match sa supplier invoice. So, dito nalalabas yung dapat, attention to detail. Yan, isa yan sa mga major requirement kapag tayo ay nagtatrabaho in the accounting industry. And mistakes in posting to accounts payable. Ayan, ang control, data edit control. So, ang accounting system, kapag ikaw yung magbabayad, hindi na ikaw dapat yung mag-upload ng supplier details. So, pwedeng ang purchasing, sila lang taga-upload sa system ng mga details ng supplier para yung accounting, yung magpa-process ng payment, pipiliin nyo nilang sa drop-down yung supplier. Or pwede din naman, ipipiliin na lang yung specific purchase order na babayaran, tapos automatic nang mag-feed sa system yung pangalan ng supplier na babayaran, pati yung amount and yung details ng transaction. Yan. Isa din, reconciling yung accounts payable record sa general ledgers. Sa cash disbursements naman, so here are the threats and controls. Ayan, failure to take discounts. Nakalimutan natin na meron palang 2, 10, and 30. Hindi nag-prompt sa system na, ay, meron pala tayong discount. Kailangan nating bayaran within the day. So, pwede tayong mag-develop ng accounting system na magpa-prompt siya na, okay, itong purchase order na to, kailangan nating bayaran today in order to avail the discount. Or kung wala naman tayong plan, wala naman discount, at least nagpa-prompt siya na due for payment na. Next, pay for items not received. Ayan. So, ayun. So, ang niya lang, control, dapat ima-match lahat ng documents. Duplicate payments. Ayan. Pay only original invoices. And another control is kapag yung mga documents na bayaran na, or kapag nabayaran na yung purchase order, lahat ng supporting documents, yung mga invoice, yung purchase order, yung receiving report, lahat yun tatataka ng paid. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng cancel the supporting documents. Next, theft of cash. Ayan. Separation of duties, yung nagre-record at saka yung custody. So, sa separation of duties, meron dyan ako dyang acronym na ginagamit or mnemonics din in the form of ARC. A-R-C. A, authorization. Iba dapat yung nag-a-approve ng cash disbursement. R, recording. Iba yung nagre-record. And C, custody. So, iba yung nag-a-approve, iba yung nagre-record, and iba rin yung naghahawak ng pera. A-R-C. Authorization, recording, custody, dapat iba-iba. And of course, reconciliation. Check alteration. So ngayon parang madali namang makita kung altered ang machine, ang check. So we have check protection machines. It may also be better kung ma-train tayo sa pag-check ng mga documents, halimbawa ng mga pirma. Ayan. Kaya dapat ang mga pirma natin hindi basta-basta nagagaya. Cash flow problems, halimbawa wala na pala tayong pangbayad ng order. So, kailangan natin ng budget. So, let's recap the expenditure cycle purchasing to cash disbursements. So, we have ORAC first, order. So, when ordering, meron tayong dalawang steps. Identify yung specifications ng bibilhin. And after that, gagawa tayo ng purchase requisition. Tapos, pipili ng supplier na i-issuehan natin ng purchase order. Next, pagkatapos mag-order, syempre, i-receive na natin yung mga items. So, after that, gagawa tayo ng receiving report or copy ng delivery report. And then, approval of payment, evidenced by a disbursement voucher, and pay. So, ano bang magiging proof natin ng payment? The official receipt or sales invoice. So, let me give you something to ponder on. Ano ba yung difference between purchasing and procurement? So, again, expenditure cycle, ORAC, O for ordering, R for receiving, A for approval of payment, and C for cash disbursements. And